Oh, well, are we? Yes. Good morning, beloveds. Dante had come in and gotten up on the couch, and then something got his attention and he ran away. So, and if you want to know how the integration is going, I got a picture of all four of them on the table together. It is going very well. Over the weekend, we left them out at night, and yesterday we left them out during the day when we were both at work. It was amazing. We came home to normal. So, and then what we did this morning to give the elders a chance to eat breakfast in peace and them to see if they would eat breakfast, we did put them away while we went for the bike ride. So for 35 minutes, and they were mad when I let them out they were like, no, we heard you come back. How dare you close that door? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Cats will be cats, right? Okay, so we are doing Living the Science of Mind. We are almost finished. We got a short one today, which is a good thing. So let's do the housekeeping and get on with it. I find it ironic that the one day that my boss said, hey, can you be in a little early? That's the day we have a 6-page reading. So I'm just like, I may skip that I may skip that reading and do that reading on Friday. We'll see. I don't know. Cause I'm like, really the one day Of course, the last time I did a 6-page reading, it was 4 pages too long. So, here, there's that. But today is only a 1-page reading, and I'm supposed to be doing the housekeeping. So let's get on with that. And all the housekeeping is me reminding you that we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. The website is creativelife.org. The constant contact email is info@creativelife.org. If you will email that, you get 1 email a week. It lets you know what's going on for the week and the month. The hot links are hot. If it says click here now, it means it. It'll take you to the information or the person. And then it's a blind CC, meaning nobody's going to see your email. So you're not going to end up on anybody else's email list because of us. So there's a lot of good information. It's worth getting on that email list. Now, the last thing is the last thing is the social medias. Why do I mention the social medias? Because we don't monetize them. We don't ask you to give us money through them, and we don't give them money. We don't want to deal with the ads any more than you do. So what we ask you to do instead is to engage with the pages. Go like, subscribe, follow based on which platform it is, and then comment. Oh, and then engage with the individual posts. So react, comment, and share the individual posts. We think we have good tools to share. We hope you agree. And it doesn't cost you anything other than a click. So, and if you allow notifications, it lets you know if we upload new videos or go live. So it's, if you want to know that there are options. So, all right. I think I should tell you, we are Creative Life Spiritual Center or Creative Life Spark. And I am the running Rev Ryan across the social medias that I am on. So there's that. All right. Now, hang on. I'm going to put them on, but so this is, I think, my pet theory. He was answering questions. So all but 2 of these essays, and ironically, they don't tell you which 2, but all but 2 of these essays came from the at-home course. It used to be in the back of the Science Mind. You could mail off for it. They'd mail you a lesson for 48 weeks. But I think, again, as I said, my pet theory is that people would read the textbook and they would come to the lectures and they had questions. And so they would write to Ernest or call Ernest or walk up to Ernest and say, hey, tell me more about this. That's what this is. It's answers to those questions. Now, that at-home course is available. They bound it into 6 books. What you do is go to the Science of Mind archives and I forget what they titled it, and use the Science of Mind archive Amazon link. It'll actually come from Amazon, but if you use the archives link, then they get some of the proceeds, which is a good way to support the Science of Mind archives. Because Kathy works very hard in anytime we can get a little more funding her way, we're going to do that. All right. So, God's bounty. Again, like I said, it's 1 page. Oh, and The kittens just raced in here. So if you hear some noise, kittens. Okay. God's bounty. Stand fast therefore in the liberty wherewith Christ hath made us free, and be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage. This is a direct statement that through the right use of the law, we may become free. But through the wrong use of it, we may again be entangled in bondage. No plainer statement of the law of cause and effect could be given than this. We may wire the building, turn on the electricity, and have light, but if the wire is short-circuited, something will go wrong, and we will again be entangled with the darkness. The darkness was never a thing of itself. It was merely a confused state. The source of our supply was not really cut off. It stopped at our place of confusion and no longer functioned for us. That's a really good... I love his turn of phrase. Okay. I think that's one of the reasons why he uses electricity so often as a metaphor. This is a perfect statement of the mental law of cause and effect. And again, it warns us that we must be aware of the use we are making of the law. We must keep our thoughts straight. It is not always easy to do this, but the law of cause and effect, being no respecter of persons and always working automatically and mechanically and with mathematical precision, must flow through each one of us in the terms of our own acceptance. When we become confused and short-circuit this acceptance, we are cutting ourselves off from its supply. But we do not destroy the supply. It is still there. It is a wonderful thought to realize that the eternal bounty can be short-circuited only as far as we are concerned. It cannot be either exhausted or depleted. We shall never be disappointed, for the law is always operating. Okay. I mean, this one was fairly straightforward. I'm going back because I like the phrase flow through each of us in terms of our own acceptance. I also like that when we become confused and short-circuit this acceptance, we are cutting ourselves off from this supply, but we do not destroy the supply. And that's really, really important to understand. The phrase just popped into my head, if wishes were horses, then beggars would ride. It's something my mother used to say to me. But, you know, there are always horses around, but what happens is we get confused and we stop seeing them. We get confused. Maybe we start seeing elephants instead. Not that you can't ride an elephant, it's just a little harder. So if there are plenty of horses around, but we've stopped seeing the horses, we start seeing elephants, we've just made it a little more difficult for ourselves. But those elephants are really horses. We're just confused. And so if we clear up our confusions, then the elephants will go back to being horses and it'll be easier to ride. And that is the value of having people in your life that you can check in with. You can say, hey, you know what? Where did all these elephants come from? And then our practitioner or friend looks at us and go, what are you talking about? Those are horses, not elephants. And then we can go, oh, wait a minute. Maybe I need to check my head. Or maybe I need to go to the eye doctor and have my eyes checked. You know, the idea, metaphors. The amazing thing is, and nature shows this, you know, God's bounty is not, it's never ending. We can't destroy it. We can't deplete it. We can cut ourselves off from it. And frequently we do. And it's pretty easy to do. Especially when we get caught up in the material. And I'm not saying to deny the material. I'm not saying to ignore the material, because we are spiritual beings having a material experience. We are here for the time that we're here, doing whatever it is that we're here to do. But we forget. We get confused. We forget that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. We get caught up in the material, and we get caught up in the limited. And that is not who we are. And so it's always a good idea to go back and remember, especially because I didn't bring my phone with me, and I kind of wish I had, because one of the practitioners that I know has an email list, and he emails us these really great quotes. And he quoted frequently we're standing in our own shadow and wondering why it's dark. And then somebody responded to him going, well, if we face the light, then our shadow's always behind us. That's what we're doing here. If it's dark, then turn around and face the light, and your shadow will fall behind you. Not that the shadow is bad or wrong or evil. There's valuable stuff in our shadow, as Jesse likes to tell us. But if we are confused, then look for the light. Look for the light. And if you can't do it by yourself, then ask somebody to shine their light on your path for a moment. Like, we can't walk your path for you, but we can shine our light on your path so you can see where you're putting your feet for a moment. All right. Well, that is it. And I'm going to move on into the process of my day. So I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a take care of business day, a you got this day, a stay out of the direct sunlight between 10 and 2 day, a drink plenty of water day, a enjoy the slightly cooler weather, i.e. it was 79 and felt like 79 instead of 79 and feeling like 93. Welcome to where I live. Take care of yourself day, a take a break day, a eat something good for yourself day, also eat something that tastes good day, and if it's good for you, bonus. A cuddle your fur babies day, a tell somebody you love them day, a do something fun for yourself day, a take some time out of your day for yourself day, a try out a new spiritual practice day, a stop talking day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, because occasionally it is. And I understand that. I have been there. And I'm sure I'll be there again. But right now, simply have a day. Simply have a day. You are enough. Just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are spirit in motion, God in action. A brilliant light and a divine spark. A beautiful masterpiece and a work in progress at the same time. At your own pace. That is a very important part of that phrase. At your own pace. And as Reverend Jesse likes to call it, you are godly. So, explore the truth of your being. Get to know who the divine knows you to be. Because the divine knows you to be good. And from there, anything is possible. Anything at all. All right, beloveds. Oh. Knocked my glasses off and got them before they hit the floor. Yep. So, Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I should be back with you between 9 and 9:15 tomorrow. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. And I will see you next time.